A Quit Smoking Guide. Chapter 1. A Smoking Guide. Tobacco Info. The smoking of tobacco products is the chief avoidable cause of death in our society. Smokers are more likely than non-smokers to contract heart disease. Some 170,000 die each year from smoking-related coronary heart disease. The number of adolescents and young adults who smoke is on the rise. Cigarette smoke contains more than 4,000 different chemicals, about 200 of them are poisonous and more than 40 are cancer-causing. If you smoke, you will notice the gradual onset of a host of long-term problems. You will get more colds than before, facial wrinkling will intensify and you will develop a smoker's cough. Your lung power will go and you could get lung cancer aka emphysema. You place your family at risk by exposing them to second-hand smoke. Nicotine creates a persistent craving for more tobacco. In addition to the addictive drug nicotine, the other principal harmful substances in cigarettes are tar and carbon monoxide. Tar is a sticky, brown residue that collects in the lungs. Carbon monoxide is a poison that partially replaces the oxygen normally carried throughout the body by red blood cells, robbing the body of sufficient oxygen. Other toxic chemicals in tobacco smoke include arsenic, formaldehyde, ammonia, lead, benzene and vinyl chloride. The level of oxygen in the blood is reduced. Smoking is a major contributor to the development of heart disease by reducing blood levels of high-density lipoprotein, HDL, the good cholesterol that protects against heart disease. The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, has classified second-hand smoke as a group A carcinogen and estimates that it causes 3,000 lung cancer deaths in non-smokers every year. Cigar smoking has been linked to the development of cancer of the mouth, larynx, voice box, esophagus, and lungs. Lung, larynx, esophageal, bladder, pancreatic and kidney cancers strike smokers. Some 30% of cancer deaths, 130,000 per year, are linked to smoking. Chronic obstructive lung diseases such as emphysema and chronic bronchitis are 10 times more likely to occur among smokers than among non-smokers. Smoking during pregnancy also poses serious risks. Spontaneous abortion, preterm birth, low birth weights and fetal and infant deaths are all more likely to occur when the pregnant woman/mother is a smoker. Cigarette smoke contains some 4,000 chemicals, several of which are known carcinogens. Other toxins and irritants found in smoke can produce eye, nose, and throat irritations. Carbon monoxide, another component of cigarette smoke, combines with hemoglobin in the bloodstream to form carboxyhemoglobin, a substance that interferes with the body's ability to obtain and use oxygen. Perhaps the most dangerous substance in tobacco smoke is nicotine. Although it is implicated in the onset of heart attacks and cancer, its most dangerous role is reinforcing and strengthening the desire to smoke. Because nicotine is highly addictive, addicts find it very difficult to stop smoking. Of 1,000 typical smokers, fewer than 20% succeed in stopping on the first try. Although the harmful effects of smoking cannot be questioned, people who quit can make significant strides in repairing damage done by smoking. For pack-a-day smokers, the increased risk of heart attack dissipates after 10 years. The likelihood of contracting lung cancer as a result of smoking can also be greatly reduced by quitting. We know that smokers are 10 times as likely as non-smokers to develop lung cancer and 3 times as likely to die at early ages from heart attack. In fact, up until recently, smoking was the leading cause of early death among adults. Nicotine, the active ingredient in tobacco, is as addictive as heroin and fewer than 20% of smokers are able to quit the first time they try. Despite these facts, many children use these products. 18% of high school seniors are daily smokers, 11% smoke 10 or more cigarettes per day. Young people who use cigarettes are also at great risk for all other drug use. 70% of all children try cigarettes, 40% of them before they have reached high school. Cigarettes contain more than 4,000 harmful substances, several of which cause cancer. 12% of boys and 1% of girls have chewed tobacco or used snuff. Smokeless tobacco is just as addictive and harmful as tobacco that is smoked. Second-hand smoke info. When a person smokes, the air fills up with the smoke that comes directly from the burning tobacco and the smoke they exhale. Second-hand smoke is harmful to everybody, including non-smokers and children. Don't smoke around non-smokers or children. It's illegal to smoke in a car where children are present in some places. Chewing tobacco/smokeless tobacco. The use of smokeless tobacco, including snuff and chewing tobacco, can cause mouth cancer as well as the usual health problems of tobacco. Snuff consists of shredded tobacco leaves. The user places the snuff between his lip and gum. Chewing tobacco is placed inside the cheek and chewed. Smokeless tobacco comes in 3 forms. Loose leaf tobacco, sold in a pouch. The user places the tobacco between the cheek and the gum, lets it mix with his saliva to form juice, then spits it out. Plug tobacco is a solid brick form of tobacco. The user cuts off a piece with a knife, chews it and spits it out. Snuff is a finely ground tobacco, sold in cans. A person sniffs it up the nose. It also can be placed between the cheek and the gum. Smokeless tobacco wears away tooth enamel, causes the gums to recede and the teeth to loosen, and contributes to tooth decay as well as bad breath. Men who use smokeless tobacco need regular dental cleanings and checkups to look for the early signs of oral cancer. nidcr.nih.gov/health information/diseases and conditions/spit tobacco/quitting guide. nlm.nih.gov/medline plus/smokeless tobacco.html, smokeless tobacco. Chapter 2. Quit smoking ideas. Quit smoking 1. Nobody can force a smoker to quit. It's something each person has to decide for himself and will require a personal commitment by the smoker. There are 2 factors that will determine your success. You must have the desire to give up your habit. You must have the confidence to know that you can do it. Of course, it's possible to get motivated to quit, yet you fail for a variety of reasons. Quitting smoking can be an uncomfortable experience, and cigarettes have given you something to do for a long time. The harmful effects of the habit begin to reverse almost as soon as you stop. Within 20 minutes of your last cigarette, your heart rate and blood pressure drop to normal. After 8 hours of being smoke-free, your blood levels of carbon monoxide and oxygen return to normal. After 10 years of not smoking, your chances of dying of lung cancer become about the same as for a non-smoker. In my opinion, the easiest way to quit smoking is to start jogging. You can see the effects of smoking every day. You should soon quit after you feel the damage it's doing. The American Cancer Society, 800-227-2345, cancer.org, and the American Lung Association, 800-LUNG, USA, lungusa.org offer information to quit. You can check your yellow pages for listings of smoking treatment programs and support groups. Make a list of reasons for quitting and review it carefully. Condition yourself physically, start an exercise program. If possible, get someone to quit with you. Clean your clothes to rid them of the cigarette smell. Get rid of all cigarettes, ashtrays, and lighters at home, in your car and in your CE at work. Avoid alcohol, coffee, and other beverages associated with smoking. Do things that keep your hands busy. Ask your doctor about using nicotine gum, a nicotine patch, a prescription nicotine inhaler, or prescription medication to help you quit smoking. Bupropion hydrochloride is a nicotine-free pill that can help reduce your urge to smoke. Other approaches to quitting smoking include hypnosis, acupuncture, behavior modification, and meditation. Try sucking on hard candy or chewing gum. There are stop smoking groups around. Embrace a healthy lifestyle. You can use the money you used to spend on cigarettes for other stuff. Your smoker's cough will go away in a few months. Most people who try to quit, fail to do so and have to try several times before they succeed. What can you do to reduce the desire to smoke every time it hits you, and what will you do until the urge passes? You need to deal with the reasons that you smoke now. What kind of satisfaction does smoking give you, physical, mental, or emotional? The main reasons are that you use cigarettes for stimulation or extra energy, to help you to relax, whether it is physical, mental, or both, to deal with negative effects in your life. Smoking gives you a lift when you become angry, depressed, tense or anxious, psychological dependencies. You are concerned that you will run out of cigarettes before it happens and way before you have any nicotine deprivation, chemical dependency. If you begin to experience withdrawal symptoms and occasionally feel a little uncomfortable, to have something to do with your hands when you are nervous or uncomfortable, maybe in social situations, or something to do when you are bored. Nicotine creates a biochemical reaction in your body that has an immediate effect on your mood, your ability to reason and your metabolism. The more that you smoke, the higher level of chemical dependency will be reached. Light smokers can also become just as dependent on cigarettes because of nicotine's psychological impact. In this way it can affect moods and feelings in certain situations. It is only a matter of seconds after that first puff that nicotine starts to have an effect on your central nervous system and the rest of your body. Certain areas of the brain, when stimulated by nicotine, help you think more clearly. Other areas of the brain lie in a pleasure center which, when stimulated, can make you feel more relaxed and less anxious. Nicotine also affects the hormones produced by the body, which creates a chemical dependency to nicotine and the accompanying craving. Heavy smokers have become dependent on heightened levels of hormones, stimulated by nicotine, which can have an addictive quality. They need a cigarette at certain intervals of time. After the stimulation of the hormones starts to fall, they need another cigarette to bring them back into the comfort zone. If they do not get that cigarette, the craving begins. Other areas of the brain lie in a pleasure center which, when stimulated, can make you feel more relaxed and less anxious. Nicotine also affects the hormones produced by the body, which creates a chemical dependency to nicotine and the accompanying craving. Heavy smokers have become dependent on heightened levels of hormones, stimulated by nicotine, which can have an addictive quality. They need a cigarette at certain intervals of time. After the stimulation of the hormones starts to fall, they need another cigarette to bring them back into the comfort zone. If they do not get that cigarette, the craving begins. I won't go into the health benefits here. You can get plenty of free information from the American Lung Association, but I will say that besides obesity, smoking is the #1 killer that is controllable by the recipient. Another overlooked benefit is the amount of money saved by not buying cigarettes in the first place, as well as the money you'll save in later medical bills. What kind of smoker are you? What do you get out of smoking? What does it do for you? It is important to identify what you use smoking for and what kind of satisfaction you feel that you are getting from smoking. Many smokers use the cigarette as a kind of crutch in moments of stress or discomfort, and on occasion it may work. The cigarette is sometimes used as a tranquilizer. But the heavy smoker, the person who tries to handle severe personal problems by smoking heavily all day long, is apt to discover that cigarettes do not help him deal with his problems effectively. When it comes to quitting, this kind of smoker may find it easy to stop when everything is going well, but may be tempted to start again in a time of crisis. Physical exertion, eating, drinking or social activity in moderation may serve as useful substitutes for cigarettes, even in times of tension. The choice of a substitute depends on what will achieve the same effects without having any appreciable risk. Once a smoker understands his own smoking behavior, he will be able to cope more successfully and select the best quitting approaches for himself and the type of lifestyle he leads. Many people have found that such as physical activity in their program to quit smoking has added a tremendous benefit to assist in quitting. There are many reasons for this. When people are more active, they gain confidence and like themselves more. They feel more energy and are more capable of dealing with tension in their lives. With increased activity, the smell of tobacco actually becomes offensive. Whenever you feel the need to smoke after you have decided to quit, get up and move around instead. A brief physical activity can provide you with the lift that you may have received from nicotine. Quit smoking too. There are only 2 ways to effectively quit smoking: immediately, cold turkey, or gradually. When you quit gradually, you use various methods to taper off before you have that last cigarette. Neither way is better than the other for all people. Pick the one that you feel fits your temperament. Either way, a nicotine patch may prove to be a real benefit in giving up, especially if you are a heavy smoker. There are several weapons that you can use in your fight to quit. Each of these weapons work, they have been proven effective by many others before you. You may use one, all or a combination of several to achieve your goal. The urge to smoke is immediate and usually lasts for 5 minutes. If you can resist for that period of time, you reduce the urge. Take a deep breath, hold it for a few seconds and exhale as if you had just taken your first puff on a cigarette. Part of the feeling you get from smoking is a direct result of taking a deep breath. A deep breath allows you to take in a maximum amount of oxygen and exhaling lets out large quantities of carbon dioxide. This results in a feeling of relaxation. Try it, you'll see. Take a sip of water several times during this 5-minute period. It can help to diminish the need to smoke and gives you something to do with your hands. The extra water will also help to flush the nicotine out of your body. Put something in your mouth that has no calories, such as a stirrer, toothpick, or another substitute for a cigarette. Get busy with something, anything, to keep you busy for the next 5 minutes. As long as it does not lead to a craving, chew a piece of gum or a piece of hard candy. Lifesavers work well. Get up and move around for 5 minutes. It will help the urge to smoke to pass. Use a nicotine patch as replacement therapy. Every time you light up, ask yourself, why am I smoking this cigarette? Would this be an easy one or a difficult one to do without? If I did not smoke this cigarette, what would I do instead? You may find yourself in a situation, card game, party, coffee break, during which you would normally smoke. It may help to let others know of your desire to quit and also your reasons for quitting. Enlisting the aid of a non-smoker to confide in may also help. Make sure that he or she is aware of your goals so that they do not say or do anything to instill a negative impact on your desire to quit. If you feel that you may not resist the social pressures of smoking, consider the option of giving up these social encounters for 2 or 3 weeks until the urge passes and you can be comfortable again. A crisis may occur during your work or personal day, and one of the main reasons for you to smoke has been tension reduction. Try to deal with your negative emotions and use the tension-reducing methods that we talked about earlier. Get away from the area that the tension is associated with. Take a walk or go to another room. You may also find that nicotine gum will give you enough tension relief to get through. If you still have doubts, discuss with your doctor about the feasibility of a patch or nicotine gum. Nicotine is the hook that has gotten you to smoke, which carries the harmful effects to your body. With the help from the patch or the gum, you will have all the tools you need to successfully quit. The patch or gum will give you a steady influx of nicotine into your system, which will be reduced slowly over a period of several weeks. Do not smoke while on the patch. You could experience a dangerous overdose of nicotine. Pregnant women should not use the gum or patch. Smokers with any form of heart disease should consult with a physician before using. If you are not completely confident that you can resist the urge to smoke after you have quit, it may be necessary to remove any visual reminders of smoking from your living and work areas. Throw away or give away those leftover cigarettes, get rid of lighters, ashtrays, matches and anything else that could be associated with smoking. Why should you force yourself to resist the urge to smoke when it is far simpler to just remove the reminders? If you keep a pack of cigarettes in your home or office, there is a good chance that you may pick one up. Just this one may be the cigarette that hooks you again. Because smoking is a form of addiction, 80% of smokers who quit usually experience some withdrawal symptoms. These may include headache, lightheadedness, nausea, diarrhea, and chest pains. Psychological symptoms, such as anxiety, short-term depression, and inability to concentrate, may also appear. The main psychological symptom is increased irritability. People become so irritable, in fact, that they say they feel like killing somebody. Yet there is no evidence that quitting smoking leads to physical violence. Some people seem to lose all their energy and drive, wanting only to sleep. Others react in exactly the opposite way, becoming so over-energized they can't find enough activity to burn off their excess energy. For instance, one woman said she cleaned out all her closets completely and was ready to go next door to start on her neighbors. Both these extremes, however, eventually level off. The symptoms may be intense for 2 or 3 days, but within 10 to 14 days after quitting, most subside. The truth is that after people quit smoking, they have more energy, they generally will need less sleep and feel better about themselves. Some tips on coping with the symptoms of withdrawal are: dizziness may occur during the first 1 or 2 days. Take a quick break, it will pass. Headaches may appear at any time during the first weeks. Try to relax. Take any usual remedy for headache, a cold cloth on the back of your neck, or relieve the stress by taking a short walk. Tiredness may occur during the first few weeks, but if you meditate or relax during the first few weeks, it will pass. Coughing may actually increase during the first few days, simply because the residue from the smoke has not been flushed from your system. Tightness in the chest may occur in the first few days. Rest and take deep breaths, it will go away. Sleeping problems may occur in the first few days. Try to stay away from drinks that have a high caffeine content. Try not to exercise too strenuously in the hours prior to bedtime. A hot bath prior to retiring at night may also be helpful. Constipation may occur in the first month after you quit. If this occurs, eat foods with a high fiber content, drink plenty of fluids and do some light exercise. Concentration may tend to wander during the first few weeks. Be ready for this, take a break or do something physical for a short period of time. Quitting smoking not only extends the ex-smoker's life but adds new happiness and meaning to one's current life. Most smokers state that immediately after they quit smoking, they start noticing dramatic differences in their overall health and vitality. Quitting is beneficial at any age, no matter how long a person has been smoking. The mortality ratio of ex-smoker decreases after quitting. If the patient quits before a serious disease has developed, his body may eventually be able to restore itself almost completely. To quit smoking, before breakfast swallow a half teaspoon of Rochelle salts and cream of tartar and chew on ginseng root or ginseng pills during the day. Also put a cup of cigarette butts mixed with water by your bed and take a big whiff to start your day. Eat an orange, carrot, or apricot every time you feel like smoking. Eat sunflower seeds. Drink red clover tea, milk thistle tea, marjoram tea, or magnolia bark tea. Stop smoking hypnosis suggestions. The following are stop smoking suggestions that come from stop smoking hypnosis sessions. Read them over and focus on them for inspiration. You have uncovered the underlying cause of your compulsive smoking habit. You no longer feel the compulsion to smoke. Habits can be broken as easily as they are created. When you reach for a cigarette, you will be conscious of what you are doing. You will try to stop yourself. If you light it and start to smoke, you will be aware of every moment of the time you are involved in smoking that cigarette, and you will be thinking that it is a nasty habit. When you are aware of what you are doing, it is no longer an unconscious habit. You have no need to continue smoking, you know that, so it should be easy to quit. The awareness should make you annoyed with smoking, disgusted by it. It's better to put out half a cigarette than not to put it out at all. Cigarettes don't taste as good as they used to. You simply want to quit because it is a useless, dirty habit. Make up your mind to quit this very moment. That is your final decision. Think about the health problems smoking causes. Think of a smoked up lung as opposed to a healthy, pink one. You're giving up coughing, pain, the expense of smoking. You want peace, relaxation, health, and prosperity. Smoking will not give these things to you. Do not buy cigarettes anymore. Having them around just leads to temptation. Every day will be a success. You can concentrate on your work and play without thinking about cigarettes. When you become fatigued, relax for a couple of minutes rather than smoke. Think of smoking as feeding yourself poison. Smoking is a crutch and a hindrance, a block in your path. Remove that block. Wipe it out completely. Walk straight ahead and wipe out smoking completely out of your life. It does not exist for you anymore. Smoking is gone from your thoughts. With it, all the poison, the negative suggestion, self-punishment and degradation. Breathe in the deepest, cleanest air into your lungs. Feel how wonderful that feels without smoke. Don't be around people when they smoke. It's just temptation. Whenever you touch a cigarette, you will instantly break it in two. You don't like to smoke. You are proud of striving to be healthy. Reward yourself for every day and week you abstain. No habit is stronger than the power of your mind. You are a winner in life. Smoking is meaningless next to this. Every day, in every way, you are getting stronger and healthier. Nicotine is poison. It is one of the most powerful poisons on earth. Eat fruits and vegetables. Exercise moderately. Take walks. Enjoy your life without smoking. You are a wonderful, valuable human being. You don't need to punish yourself by smoking. The urge to smoke is gone. You don't care about it anymore. You don't smoke. You hate cigarettes. You can't stand them. It's filthy. You are far happier without smoking. It's easy to not smoke. It's a simple matter of not doing it. What could be hard about that? You are completely restored in every way. Cigarettes get in your way and waste time. Everything goes better without smoking, with lungs full of fresh air. Chapter 3. A Quit Smoking Website Guide. Quit Smoking Websites 1. Try number 613.85 at the library for books on how to quit smoking. betobaccofree.gov. quitnet.mayouhealth.com. quitsmokingsupport.com. stop-smoking-tips.com. tobacco.org, tobacco.org, tobacco news and information. cdc.gov/tobacco-tips, tobacco information and prevention. Sour seepage. smokefreekids.com, no smoke homepage, offers anti-smoking software. ash.org, action on smoking and health. joecamo.org, Joe Camel. ash.org, action on smoking and health, ASH legal issues related to non-smokers' rights. hiptalk.com. quitnet.com. no-smoke.org, Americans for Non-Smokers' Rights. galen.library.ucsf.edu/tobacco/cig papers, cigarette papers, archive of secret internal Brown and Williamson documents illustrating the cigarette industry's campaign to deceive the public about smoking's harmful effects. smokefreeair.org, smoke free air. tobacco.org, tobacco.org, comprehensive news source. tobaccoscam.ucsf.edu, tobacco scam, how big tobacco uses and abuses the restaurant industry. thetruth.com, truth, hard-hitting attack on tobacco industry deceptions. 4woman.gov/quit smoking. aadac.com, Alberta Alcohol and Drug Abuse Commission, 86633 AADAC, click on tobacco. aap.org, 800-433-9016, Pediatrics. AboveTheInfluence.com/facts/drugs tobacco. acog.org, booklet smoking and women. ahrq.gov/consumer/index.html #sign smoking. ahsc.arizona.edu/nicnet. alpsmedicalcenter.com. americanheart.org. americanheart.org, 800-242-8721. americanlegacy.org, 866-66 START, helps pregnant women quit smoking. anti-smoking.org. ash.org, action on smoking and health. autonomy.com/smoke.htm. bootel.com/infact. bu.edu/cohis/kids/kidkads/smoky.htm. canadian-health-network.ca cancer.ca/ccs/internet/standard/3182,31723_3682_language-n,.html cancer.gov/cancer-topics/tobacco/statistics snapshot cancer.org cancer.org/services/tobacco cancer.org/smokeout cancer.org/tobacco Karen.org 800-678-2332 Treatment Center cctc.ca Canadian Council for Tobacco Control cdc.gov/healthyyouth/tobacco/index.htm cdc.gov/tobacco cdc.gov/tobacco, tobacco and information and prevention source from the CDC, extensive site. cdc.gov/tobacco/data_statistics/fact_effects/sig_smoking, health effects of cigarette smoking. cdc.gov/tobacco/howtoquit.htm cdc.gov/tobacco/industry docs cdc.gov/tobacco/quit/iquit.htm cdc.gov/tobacco/sgr cdc.gov/tobacco/sgr4kids/sgmenu.htm cdc.gov/tobacco/sgrpage.htm cdc.gov/tobacco/tobacqrg.htm Chantix.com Chantix is a prescription medicine to help adults quit smoking. CriscoR.com/linkstoa.htm DoSomething.org/tips and tools/11-facts-about-smoking en.wikipedia.org/wiki/health_effects_of_tobacco_smoking en.wikipedia.org/wiki/nicotine_replacement_therapy fda.gov/tobacinfo findquitsmoking.info galen.library.ucsf.edu/tobacco girlsinc.org gosmokefree.ca 800 O Canada gottaquit.com hazelden.org 800-262-5010 hc-sc.gc.ca/hex-stop.org/more_info/cigarette-ingredients.asp hc-sc.gc.ca/hppb/cessation hc-sc.gc.ca/real/smoking hc-sc.gc.ca/tobacco/quitting heart10stroke.ca/page.asp ?page ID =24 holistic.com/holistic/learning.nsf/title/quit+smoking+the+holistic+way idph.state.il.us/health-wellness/oral-hlth/oral-tobacco.htm infect.truth.com It's CanadasTime.com KeepKidsFromSmoking.com library.ucsf.edu/tobacco library.ucsf.edu/tobacco, tobacco research tobaccofacts.org Licensed-to-kill.biz, cigarette company. Listverse.com/2009/01/30-fascinating-cigarette-smoking-facts livingtobaccofree.com moalpha.org/docs/s/tob_partnership/women_background.html, smoking for women. lung.ca lung.ca/smoking lung.org/stop-smoking/about-facts-figures/general-smoking-facts.html lungusa.org lungusa.org/FFS lungusa.org/tobacco, 800 lungusa mayo.edu/ndc/resprograms.html, treatment centers medlib.arizona.edu/pub/tobac.html. modimes.org, booklet about pregnancy and smoking. nci.nih.gov/nci-pub interface/clearing-the-air/clearing.html. ncth.ca/ncth_new.nsf. nicotineanonymous.org. nicotine-anonymous.org. nidk.nih.gov/health/nutri-t/pub/quit-smok/index.htm, National Center for Diabetes, Digestive and Kidney Diseases, quit smoking. nlm.nih.gov/medline plus/smoking and youth.html, Medline Plus is smoking and youth. nlm.nih.gov/medline plus/smoking cessation.html. notosmoke.com. nutri.com, smoking facts. onceolink.upenn.edu/cause-prevent/smoking. operationid.com. philipmoraisusa.com. plannedparenthood.org, 800-230-7526, booklet Smoking and the Pill. quit.org.au. quit.org.nz. Quit smoking websites too. quit.org.uk. quit.org.uk, 0800002200. quit4life.com. quitnet.com/qcorp/helpingsmokers.html. quitnet.org. quitnow.info.au. quitsmokinglivehealthy.com. quitsmokingontario.ca. quitsmokingplus.com. quittobacco.com/cessfldr/cessation.htm, number sign cessation, how to quit chewing tobacco, how to quit smoking, how to quit smokeless tobacco. realitycheckany.com. setync.com/ash. sicofsmoke.com, 877-513-5333. smokeawayonline.com, 800-834-5662. smoke-free.ca. smokefree.gov. smokefree.net. smokefreearundme.ca. smokefreekids.com. smokefreemovies.com. smokefreemovies.ucsf.edu. smokelock.com. smokenders.com, 800-828-4357. smokershelpline.ca. smoking-facts.net. smokingisugly.com. stopsmokeless.com, complete online smokeless tobacco cessation program. stopsmoking.blogspot.com. stopsmokinghour.topi.com. stopsmokingtoday.com. stupid.ca. sunsight.unc.edu/butel/infact. surgeongeneral.gov/library/secondhand smoke, the health consequences of involuntary exposure to tobacco smoke, a report of the Surgeon General. surgeongeneral.gov/tobacco. swen.uwaterloo.ca/as3/as3.html. thetruth.com. tmc.edu/doc. tobacco.aadac.com/media_campaigns/barb_tarbox/video, smoker who died too young. tobacco.org. tobaccoatlas.org. tobaccocontrol.bmj.com. tobaccodocuments.org. tobaccofactfile.org. tobacco-facts.info. tobaccofacts.org. tobaccofreekids.org. tobaccoresolution.com, lawsuits against big tobacco. tobaccotoolkit.ca. topton.org/content/tt.bg44.htm, 10 ways to stop addiction. trytostop.org. Quit smoking websites 3. unr.edu/homepage/shubansk/smoke.html. uokhsc.edu/besmokefree. witsflying.com/page 2.94 health_smoking_an_stress.htm who.in/tobacco/en who.in/tobacco/empower/tobacco_facts/en/index.html whyquit.com worldbank.org/tobacco/database.asp Quitting Smoking Support Group websites as3-web.org, altsupport.stopsmoking on the web, web-based smoking cessation support group. AS3 is open to anyone who has a desire to stop smoking. BecomeAnnex.org, Become Annex, free program created by the Legacy Foundation. Blog, tools, and supportive community. quit-smoking-support.woofmang.com, Quit Smoking Support at woofmang.com, bulletin board for people who have, or would like to, successfully quit smoking. Quitgroups.com, Quit Groups, free, expert-led, group smoking cessation program. Small groups meet over the phone. Online community and workbook included. Quitnet.com, Quitnet, free online community. Expert support and premium features for additional fee. Quitsmoking.fool.com, Motley Fool Quitting Smoking Bulletin Board, one of the Motley Fool message boards, dedicated to discussion of quitting. StopSmokingCenter.net/support, The Stop Smoking Center, a free online smoking cessation program with quit smoking resources. Quit smoking websites by U.S. state. chems.alaska.gov/alaska_tobacco_free.htm, Alaska Tobacco Prevention and Control Program. wbtrc.ca, Wood Buffalo Tobacco Reduction Coalition, WBTRC. woodbuffalo.ab.ca, Wood Buffalo. California Smokers Helpline.org, California Smokers Helpline, CSH. SmokeFreeJacksonville.org, Smoke-Free Jacksonville, Jacksonville, Florida. ChargeCoalition.org, Georgia Alliance for Tobacco Prevention, GATP. TarWarsIndiana.org, Tar Wars, Indiana, Pro-Health, Tobacco-Free Education Program and Poster Contest for 4th and 5th grade students. idph.state.ia.us/tobacco/default.htm, Iowa Division of Tobacco Use Prevention and Control. TobaccoFreeIowa.org, Tobacco Free Iowa, TFI. kyaction.com, Kentucky Action, Alliance to Control Tobacco in Our Neighborhoods. KIK.org, Kentucky Health Investment for Kids, KHIK, Anti-Tobacco Smoking. Quitnet.org, Massachusetts Tobacco Control Program, Quitnet. TobaccoFreePharmacy.org, Massachusetts Tobacco Free Pharmacy Program. GaspNEBR.org, GASP of Nebraska, Group to Alleviate Smoking Pollution. NoTobaccoNevada.com, Washoe County Tobacco Prevention Coalition, Reno, Nevada, USA. NDTobaccoPrevention.net, North Dakota Division of Tobacco Prevention and Control. StandOhio.org, Ohio Tobacco Use Prevention and Control Foundation, TUPF. CTFWV.com, Coalition for a Tobacco-Free West Virginia, CTFWV. Chapter 4. A Smoking Organization Guide. Smoking Organizations. Action on Smoking and Health. 2013 H. St. N.W. Washington, D.C. 20006. 202-659-4310. ASH.org. The legal arm of the anti-smoking movement. American Heart Association. 7272 Greenville Avenue, Dallas, Texas 75231. 214-373-6300. 800-242-8721. 800 AHA USA 1. 800-527-6941. AmericanHeart.org. They offer many programs and pamphlets as well as a quit smoking program. American Cancer Society. 800 ACS 2345. Cancer.org. American Heart Association. 800A Hausa 1. Amharti.org. American Lung Association. 1740 Broadway. NYC 10019. 212-315-8700. 800 Lung USA. lungusa.org. Voluntary organization which funds research, offers stop smoking programs as well as educational pamphlets. California Smokers Helpline. 800 No Butts. CDC Office on Smoking. Ms. K 50. 4770 Buford Highway. NE. Atlanta, Georgia 30341. 800 CDC 1311. 770-488-5705. Fax 770-488-5939. cdc.gov/tobacco. cdc.gov/nccdphp/osh. Doctors ought to care. 5510 Greenbrier. Number 235. Houston, Texas 77005. 713-952-4704. Help to quit smoking. GoSmokeFree.ca. 800-622-6233. 800-465-7735, TTY. Nicotine Anonymous. 2118 Greenwich St. SF California 94123. 415-750-0328. 415-922-8575. Public Health Service. Technical Information Center. Park Building. 5600 Fishers Lane. Rockville, Maryland 20857. 301-443-1690. 800-532-4440. phs.os.dhs.gov/phs/phs.html. Booklets on how to stop smoking. Ecommerce. 666 11th St. Northwest. Number 200. Washington, L. C. 20001. 800-828-1357. smokenders.com. Smoke-free educational services. 375 South End Avenue. Number 32F. NYC 10280. 212-912-0960. Smokers Anonymous. 2118 Greenwich St. San Francisco, California 94123. Help for smokers. Smoking, quit. 800-7 No Butts. Smokenders. POB 3146. Glen Ellen, Illinois 60138. 800-323-1126. 800-828-4357. Stop Teenage Smoking. 511 East Columbus Avenue. Springfield, Massachusetts 01105. 413-732 Stat. Fax 413-732-4219. Tobacco Education Clearinghouse. POB 1830. Santa Cruz, California 95061. 408-438-4822. Tobacco and Smoking Associations and Organizations from the agapecenter.com/organizations/tobacco-smoking.htm. ash.org, Action on Smoking and Health, ASH. AmericanLegacy.org, American Legacy Foundation, ALF. no-smoke.org, Americans for Non-Smokers' Rights, ANR, and the ANR Foundation. AppealForCommunities.org, Asian Pacific Partners for Empowerment and Leadership, Appeal. ACOSH.org, Australian Council on Smoking and Health, ACOSH. Australia, O. TobaccoFreeKids.org, Campaign for Tobacco-Free Kids. cctc.ca, Canadian Council for Tobacco Control, CCTC. Canada, CA. CTCRI.ca, Canadian Tobacco Control Research Initiative, TCRI. Canada, CA. GoSmokeFree.ca, Health Canada Tobacco Control Program. Canada, CA. ENSP.org, European Network for Smoking Prevention, ENSP. FindHelp.com, Foundation for Innovations in Nicotine Dependence, FIND. PTID.org, International Society for the Prevention of Tobacco-Induced Diseases, ISPTD. UICC.org, International Union Against Cancer Global Link, UICC Global Link, the Tobacco Control Community. NLCADP.org, National Latino Council on Alcohol and Tobacco Prevention, LCAT. nstep.org/nstep.shtml, National Spit Tobacco Education Program, NSTEP. NICOTINE-ANONYMOUS.org, Nicotine Anonymous, NICA. nsma.org.au, Non-Smokers Movement of Australia, NSMA, Australia, O. srnt.org, Society for Research on Nicotine and Tobacco, SRNT. tarwars.org, Tar Wars, a partnership in youth education. ttlaonline.com, Tobacco Trial Lawyers Association, TTLA.